Hello and welcome to my first video on NWN2 development. A lot of people who were asking for tutorials on how to make new features like classes, races, feats, stuff like that. And looking around, there's not really anything. So I decided I might as well try and make something that everyone can learn from. So in this video, so what this series is going to be, a small series, maybe 4 or 5 videos. What I plan to do, the first video of this video is going to be about the different tools you use, so the programs, websites, and the types of files that you will be working with mostly. Then the second video would be about making a new spell. We're gonna try that, see how it works, showing you how it's done. Then we'll be moving on to feats, race, and finally we'll do a small class probably in the final video. So what I will not be covering in these videos, first, I'm sure a lot of people will be asking for this, but how to make areas and it's a very different skill set when I'm not very familiar with. It's more artistic. There's a lot of good videos on it. There's one by Amphibious Bagel. I think it's on YouTube, and there's good tutorials for building areas. So just go look. I'm not gonna be covering making models, so new skins and stuff, like what new creatures looks, Lupin looks. I have no idea how that works. What else? So it'll be very basic. We're not going to go in really in depth. It's more to show you like how to work, and then once you know how a base done, you can go around and test stuff and figure out new things. That's one thing. There's not a lot of resources, so you're gonna have to do a lot of personal testing. Assume knowledge. So for this video, I'm going to assume that you know NWN2. You've played the game, and you've played the game. You know how the game works. I'm going to assume that you have at least basic scripting knowledge of any language, really. I'm not going to teach you what a function is or what variables are. It doesn't have to be really extensive. Once we go into the actual coding part, the NWN2 it uses something called an NW script, NWN2 script. I'm not sure. Once we go in Val, I'm probably going to talk a bit about the language, but I'm going to assume that you know what a function is or what an if statement is or stuff like that. So if you don't and you still want to do this, I suggest go find a tutorial on more widely used programming language and just learn the basics. It's a good skill to have anyways. Like I said, any language really will do. Anything commonly used is going to work. If I have to suggest one, it would probably be C++. So it's really not important, but it's the one that I've found is close enough to NW script while still being widely used, and there's some amazing tutorials online, countless numbers of them, so go crazy. Alright, so to start the video proper, just a second. NWN2 Packer. You can find it. You can follow the link above here, or you can just Google NWN2 Packer. You'll find the link. Just go into you go your files, NWN2 Packer. Download this. I already did it, so I'm not going to do it again. Download this. This program, I'll show you what it is. So NWN2's files are usually compressed together into what we call hacks. and if you want to develop, you'll need to extract the file that you want from the hacks, and then when you want to use the file, you have to put them back in the hacks, into the hacks. This is what this program does. So I'll go quickly. How do you open a hack? You go open here, open. You find your hack. I got one here. So yeah, one thing, I usually make a folder where I put all my dev stuff in it, just to make sure that I don't work straight on the files I use to play the game. So I know if I corrupt anything or whatever, I won't screw up my game. So yeah, this. So I gotta, I do mostly dev for Sigil, but I'm gonna make this series work for anything. If you want to help out a creator on his player-presented world, or if you want to create your own module. Oh, that's one more thing. I'm not going to talk about hosting servers. I have no idea how that works either. And it's more basic. Like if once you get there, you can figure it out yourself. So yeah, so I got a hack. So see, I open this, double click, and I get all the files in my hack. So yeah, there's a lot. You won't use most of those. Later I'll tell you in the following videos. We'll talk about there's only a handful really you need to start. So you get all your hacks. Then if your files, you want to extract a file, you just click on a file. You go here, export. So we're gonna extract, say, let's say, ooh, there's a gender. Sure, not too small. Let's take where's what's in here? Okay, here, let's start spell schools. So we export, where you want to export it. So I'm gonna my file here, and it's done. If you want to make a hack, so when you're done, you can close. You want to make a new one, you go new, then you go import. So it's like what we just took out, we're gonna put it in. Then you can import new ones, whatever. And when you're done, you go save as. And we're gonna go test. Sure, whatever. Test. Yeah, just test. So yeah, test, and it's saved. If you wanna, so do that. It's saved. So if you open it, we can go, hey, test is there. Bang! You got your stuff. So yeah, this program, very easy, very simple. So yeah, you might have noticed that the files in my hack are all .2da. This is the most common file type you'll be working with. It's also one of the most boring to work with, but you have to do it. It's basically tables, so like Excel spreadsheets, just tables and lots of tables that that hold all of, like, a lot of the game's mass data. It's just all in here. So let's say you want to add a new, if you want new spells, feats, stuff, you gotta add a new row in your 2DA files. If you want to add a new item type, it's a row. If you want to add your ammunition type, so you can add an ammunition type. You can add sounds, whatever. I haven't even looked at it. Most of these you just never look at. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot, where to get your hacks. So if you want a base game hack, so one that just came in your base game and just not one from a person in the world you play, you go into where your NWN2 core program is installed. So maybe program files, sorry, NWN2. It's in data. Yeah, data here. So you have say mostly, say you'll be working with 2DAs, so your 2DAs here, and you have all your 2DAs. You basically have 2DAs. You can find them. X1, X2 is the ones from the first expansion. The second expansion, you have it for a lot of places. So if you know if something did not exist in the core game, let's say you want the files for a spell that was added in Storm of Zahir, you'll go into 2DA's X2. If you want a file that's you got from a persistent world, you go into you have two NWN2 folders. You have one on your hard drive, straight on your disk, and one in your documents. You hit My Documents and Hack, and there you'll have all the hacks that you downloaded. One interesting thing with this is that these are all player side. These are not things I have because I'm dev on all these servers. So all players have access to all of your hacks. And so you can't. Well, I mean, you can try to hide something in there, but you have to know that players will always have the option of going and finding it. It's not the same for your scripts. The scripts are server side, so if you put something in there, the players they don't have access. All right, so I know I said I was gonna do my little intro. I said I'm going to do. Alright, so a little change of plans. I'm having trouble with programs. I'm going to end this video here, and we're going to talk about the other programs in another video.